Hi. Okay. I'm in a dressing gown because it's cold. So, I'm going to make a quick video about being a recruiter with iTutorGroup. Um, First of all, let's talk about the bonuses for doing that. It's pretty much the same as what you get for just referring, but things seem to have more merit if you're an interviewer. So you can refer people and they can get rejected, but if you interview them, they tend to not get rejected as easily. I think that's just because of the bulk of applications they get to head office. They tend to just uh, delete people straight away. So I'm just having a look in the app. Here's an example, actually. One of the girls who I interviewed, uh, I interviewed her and she got the job, but before that, I'd referred her through the app. She failed. And so did other people. I've got at least like 3 people who were rejected already have came to me and then got the job. So they get so many emails to the head office, they just delete them. So referral bonus. Okay. So teacher recruiters do the initial screening, so you basically talk to the people. You do the interview and then you evaluate the candidates. It also says, this is in the app, alternatively, we also have an optional role of teacher interviewer. If you're only interested in conducting interviews, contact us for more details. So do that if you only want to do interviews, but I don't really understand the difference because you have to find the people, right? Maybe they give you people to interview. I don't know. I don't know how the bonus would work. Anyway, you get $100 per successful recruit, which means that they start working. Upon getting their first class and teaching, you get $50, and then once they've done the other, they need to do 50 classes. Once they've done 50, you get the other 50. But to be honest, if those all happen within the same month, you get it all in one go. If you get 10 people in any given month, then you get an extra $300 bonus. And also, if you get 30 people in a month, you get a $500 bonus. So the difference is when you're recruiting or referring, you get $60 for the first 9 people. Then if you get between 10 and 19, you're getting $80 for everyone. If you get 20 to 35, you get $100 for everyone. So you have to get quite a lot just to get the $100 for everyone. And then it goes up and up for up until 50 plus when you get $150 per person. So that comes with your regular pay. So it takes a while for your first one to come through. So you either go hard or don't, whatever you want. My opinion is go really hard, work hard. You're not going to see the money for a while, but just believe that it's coming. It does. I got mine. So I started recruiting in August. I just got it in October. So and now it's going to be consistent because I've been interviewing people consistently since then. They do want the teacher recruiters to try and get 10 people a month, but no one ever really said that to me after I started, if that makes sense. I just see that in the app. So first things first is, how does it work? I'm just looking for an email I got from George a long time ago to try and explain it. Sorry, I just need to find it. George. Okay, there's so many. Need to get way back to August. Okay, I can't get it. Fair enough. So basically, George just sent me an email saying that they were interested in me recruiting and could I have a look at some documents. So I'll now show you those documents that I got. So they send an email. I'll put them in here, and yes, I spelled recruitment wrong. I don't care. Okay, you get this. So this shows you basically what's included in here is some videos. So it's like some videos that you can share on your Facebook page, anything like that. Articles that you can share, just get interest from people. They're looking for people. This is a description of like what you could post, basically, of what we're looking for. This is the peak hours, but that was summer. I got this during summer. I don't know why they said that. Maybe if you didn't do good enough in summer, they would have stopped you doing it. I don't know. So you reach out to people, you interview them, you recommend them to your recruiter contact, which would be George. That's who I'll refer anyone to who wants to do this. Um, they want you to have at least 10 successful onboards each month, which, you know, you don't get that in the first month. That's pretty normal. It depends when you start. Here's a bit about the bonuses. You can do stuff like, if you do this, you can have close relationship with the iTutorGroup team. You're going to have a contact, George or Suri probably. Behind the scene trips to the offices. You have more like chances for offline meetups. You can get more opportunities to meet the students. And yeah, this is the guidelines for people you interview. So this is 7 now. So you use Zoom, which is what I'm using now. You can record yourself and the meetings. That's really easy to use. I'll go through that in a moment. So these are the interview questions. So you just ask these questions. Sometimes I skip over these a bit if they kind of cover some of it already. You know, if you say, why do you want to teach online? They might go, yeah, well, iTutorGroup are great because of this. So you don't have to ask them all, but as long as everything's kind of covered. While you do a mock class with them, so you can get the materials from George or myself. And basically, let me just kind of cover that briefly. You get this one. So you can pick any slides you want, but I choose the same ones every time, pretty much. So like these, and you just let them teach 3 slides to you. It should take them about 5 minutes. It's really quick. You can use any of the slides you want. There's also adult slides that you could use. So I have this that I made. So the next part is you do the mock and you grade them on certain things, and you fill in a form like this with all of their basic information so that they've got it to hand. So I've just made this that I use and I send it all in one thing. So it looks like this. I just fill it in every time, put the date, their name, their email, date of birth, nationality, location. Junior means will they teach juniors, because some people can choose to only teach adults, but they can't choose to only teach juniors. If they want to teach adults only, you can put no. Whether they've got a TEFL or not, and then I explain to them that they can get one on Groupon if they've not. How many years offline, how many years online, and then the link to the interview recording. I'll go over that in a minute. And then you grade them from 1 to 10 on all of these things. So then that's one of the things you send. They also now need a peak hours form like this with the boxes ticked for the ones that they want, or crossed or circled or coloured in, so they can see it and put it in their system. You also collect their degree certificate, their passport, their resume, their CV. So that's the things you need to send when you send an email. How you do that is you do an email like this, TR qualified candidate, and then put your name. So I just do a draft and I'll new email. I speak directly to Suri, so I do that. Then I have, I'll do this. I just collect it all from a different email, to be honest, and then put my name. Then I do an email like this. Leo, we'll go for that now. So I do this because I add the link to their interview here, and then you insert like all the files they've sent you. So here's a girl I interviewed earlier today. I can then just like click them all, upload them, and then they're all there. And you also attach that document. I think I've closed it, but the document that looks like this form, these 2 forms, you attach that. These are interview tips that you can use to send to people. These are videos you can send to people, articles you can send to people. They don't all work, by the way. And then iTutorGroup links. Yoki is one of the main recruiters. She's actually the person who interviewed and hired me. So that's that part of it. I spelt Suri wrong. Okay, so that's all you do for this. Basically, Suri will then email back something like this: congratulations, and she'll copy you in, or it might be George or whoever George assigns you to. And then they get an email like this, but they also get another one that tells them what they'll get paid, but we don't see that because we're not allowed to know. So then they've got all the instructions there. Oh, you should also, I've just realized I forgot to do this, but you should also mention when you interview them that they need to have the videos and the photos on their profile. And I also mention things like when you get an offer email, you should get 2 emails. If you don't get 2 emails, check your junk folder, or contact me if you didn't get the onboarding steps, things like that. Another thing to mention now when you interview people is that when they go to the onboarding trainings, they should try and say hello in the chat box, because that registers if they went or not. Because they have a record of whether you attended the trainings or not, and that's how they decide to activate you or not. And they see that in here. They can see your record. So for example, yeah, so they can see if you attended it or not. Yeah, so that's the first thing. The interviews are held on Zoom, so you can make a profile on Zoom. I just signed up with Google, so like I've got this whole browser set up just for teaching. And then you do my meetings, you can schedule a new one. I've got this is actually me. I'm holding a meeting on Zoom so I can record this video. So you can schedule a new meeting, like, and I just do spell my own name wrong. You can choose the time and date, all that, and then you just do save. And then you send this link to the person you're going to interview, or you can do this and send a whole invitation. And then somewhere in my settings, I think it already does it, but somewhere in my settings, this automatically will record to my computer. So then after that, once you end a meeting on Zoom, it converts the video and it goes into, mine go into Documents, Zoom, and then they go in their own folder. So whatever you called it on Zoom, so interview, you can open it. There's the file, the Zoom 0. You go to YouTube and use the upload button. Upload. For example, if I was going to do this, I've already done it. You do unlisted, and then I've got an interviews folder. So then I call it the name interview with Erica, and then that's that. So I've already done that. Once it's uploaded, straight away at the end, you get the link there, but you can also find it by because they're unlisted, you don't see them. Nobody can see it without a link. So you can do customize channel, and then playlists. You can see all my interviews in here. So here's all my interviews. So for example, if it was this one with this guy, you could then just copy this link and send it. So you put that in the form, then I put that in my email here. I always just put it here. It's not working. Yeah, there you go. If you want it to go blue, you just enter after it. But yeah, that's all you do to do that. I'm going to delete this in case I accidentally send it and she thinks that it's someone. So that's how you can do that. That way no one else can see it apart from the person who has the link. So all you do in the interview is ask the questions on the sheet and do the mock class. If you want to do this and you want to see some examples of my interviews, I can send you links to them. I can, especially if you did come through me, I can send you the link of our interview and you can watch it. You can kind of see them this way as well, even if they're hidden. Oh no, you can't. Unless you have to do customized channel. then you're in like the admin side of things. Yeah. So these are some people I've interviewed. And that's pretty much that. After that, it's just sort of advertising it. I run a Facebook group called Digital Nomad Mummy because I think if people are searching for these kind of jobs, they might search digital nomad. You can call yourself like ESL teacher, like Natasha. That's what I did in the beginning. You can invite some of your friends to the page, do posts on it, and then share it to your personal profile. Or you can do it all through your personal profile, or you could start a group. And I just post random things on here. This has not got that many likes, but I still get enough people. You can also post a job and then post it into job pages. So I did this a while ago. I can't remember how it, oh, here, you can do create job and then post a job and then post it into like job pages or local pages where you live. Those tend to work well because the people trust you if you're from their area, like you're not fake. During the interview, you should wear your red top. Here's another one I did. So I'm going away soon. If you want to interview with me, do it soon. And then I got people who've been sort of, this girl was going to interview with me before, so she might do it now. I don't know. People who, like, I get a lot of people tagged on my posts, like their friends tag them, so it kind of reminds the friend that, hey, she's still doing it, she's still making money, and they'll maybe talk to their friend again. So another thing you can do is make videos on YouTube. The last person I interviewed today told me she found me on YouTube. I found other people who've already been interested in iTutorGroup and they've like looked the company up and then they've found me, so they've went through me. So that's happened to me quite a lot of times. Also, you can, if you make an information video about the company, you can share that with people, which is what I did because I found myself explaining the company so many times. So I made this. What do you need to work for iTutorGroup? As a recruiter, you can send my video if you want to people, if you've not got time to make one yet. I don't think I say like they have to come to me. You can just say this is my mentor or whatever you want to call me, and ask them to come to you. So I've made this video all about information for iTutorGroup. Another thing you can do is create a free course on Thinkific. You can make your own course. So I did that. How to become an online English teacher. I've had 50 people so far since I made it in the last few weeks. Some are on this, some are on that. At this one, like I put links to some interviews I've done before, a list of documents I need from them, telling them how to prepare for the interview. So like links to the iTutorGroup website if they want to, links to my videos. So this is something you can do as well if you've got time, telling them how to get cheap TEFL, how to book their interview, how to prepare for a mock class, that kind of thing. You don't have to. This is something I only started it recently, and it just brings in people by itself, so I don't even have to like consider doing that. You can also join Facebook groups, like I was in this one today. Maybe I'm kicked out. Kicked out another group for helping people. Online teachers? Well, maybe I am kicked out of this group. I forgot what it's called. Now I'm curious. There was a girl this morning teaching English online. There we go. So I'm not kicked out. Okay, so she just posted this. Hey, I'm from Morocco. I'm an English teacher. Is there any opportunities for me? Then I've asked her, did she have a degree? She said yes. And she wanted more information and asked her to send me a message, and she did. So she sent me a message and I sent her the link to the video. She'll probably get back in touch with me. There's some guy, I hate guys like this. Anyway, just groups like that. As long as it's not someone like, for example, the ESL Educational Rockstar, that's like Lily's group, so don't like try and recruit in there. The same with the iTutorGroup group, that's Nikki's group, so she recruits from there. As long as there's no sort of rules to who recruits in it, you can do it. Just don't do it in someone else's group. That's why you can start your own if you want to. So yeah, that's, I think, everything that I would need to tell you about it. If you're interested, you can send me a message. I'm not getting anything from doing this. To be honest, I'll probably lose out from the people you would refer to me. I just think it's nice for everyone to have this opportunity if they want it. Also, if you have a website, like a blog or anything, you can write about it on there. You can join like local job groups as well and just talk to people, talk to your friends, that kind of thing. Yeah, I think that's everything I need to tell you for now, but if I think of something else, I will write it down somewhere. Okay.